mentally feel like Kobe. I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me. I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili. From young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready.
Good evening, everybody. Paul is going to be late because he's celebrating Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to everybody. We've got a big crowd coming up, and we've also got a couple of guests. So I'll add Bud and Jim, and good evening to you all. How are we today?
Happy
What's
Father's
up, Dom?
Day.
Hello, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, and we'll say hello to everybody in the chat. Hello, Jody.
Yeah,
Warren.
we gotta say hi to everyone.
Jason. Brian. And hello, Bud. And let's see who else is. Hello, Jim. And that's everybody in the chat so far. So how has your weekend been, and what have you been up to? How's the weather treating you?
Go ahead, Jim.
Our weather's been strange. We've had the highs and the lows that are just freaking crazy, and tons of wind like always. But I did get out to get a little bit of flying in, so it's all good. Fortunately, with the boot on my foot, I haven't lost any drones, and I had to go trek after them, which is a big concern right now because my wife's like, you want to go flying, fine, but you lose your drone a quarter mile away and you get to go hike for it. Don't complain that your foot hurts. So we're doing what we can.
That's all right. Well, we're just about to hit the shortest day here, so the days will get longer, but we're still in a bit of winter as well, so
yeah. But
at least
what's
days
winter
getting
temperature?
longer is going to be good.
What's winter temperature for you?
Current temperature, I can only do Celsius, but I'll have a look at it for it's 11 degrees Celsius, which would probably be in the 50s, maybe even
50s. Yeah.
high 50s, maybe even touch.
It's a little
Probably
nippy.
touch 60.
No, I'll take that. I don't know about you, Jim, but our spring was the coldest I can ever recall.
52.
Yeah, it's been cold here. I haven't had to put my air conditioners in, which is good because I don't want to put them in because of my leg.
Yeah.
Because my orthopedic yelled at me for not using my boot. He's like, get your fucking foot back in that boot and pump that thing up because you're going to destroy your ankle again.
Yeah.
And then you're fucked. So I'm taking it serious this time.
Yeah, that's a technical term there, yep.
Now, Dom, our summer solstice is on the 21st of June.
We've got the same date. We're just on the other side of the we're on the other side of the fence. Ours is shorter. And I get excited because our days will be 2 seconds longer. So I'm excited.
2 seconds shorter.
Yeah, I'm excited.
For some people, that's about 1/100th of a microgram of extra vitamin D they get.
Yeah.
And my wife needs vitamin D, so I can understand that extra 2 seconds.
I do suffer from the seasonal affective disorder. So 2 seconds, it might only be 2 seconds, but hearing the words 2 seconds longer just makes you feel better.
Yeah, it all counts.
Now,
get out on the boat, and 2 seconds of sun is like a half an hour.
Yeah. Now, for me, when we start losing light, that means I get to sleep in more, which this getting up at 4 o'clock is getting crazy.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've just had our latest sunrise. So everything starts moving backward now.
Okay,
As I s-
speaking of sunrises, Jim, are you getting the haze that we're getting from the Canada fires? Because our sunrises are huge.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Mm.
I haven't been out. I mean, I've got every morning off. I should get out and get every sunset, but I kind of don't want to be out and about. And my worker's like, "Hey, Jim, I thought your leg was all fucked up and you couldn't come to work.
Yeah,
Oh, why
understood.
are you walking out at Kennewick Point, the lighthouse?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think so. I haven't really gotten out that much. The day before I saw my orthopedic guy, I actually went out without my boot, and I was actually walking up a hill to fly, and kind of fucked it up a little bit.
Mm.
But I didn't tell him.
Yeah. Because what would be first light for you guys?
Right now,
What's
I
that?
think for me, sunrise is at, well, here, I'll tell you. I want to say about 5:12 or something like that.
Jesus. And first light's usually an hour earlier than that.
Oh, I
Crikey.
lied. 5:18 tomorrow.
I'm
Well,
not sure when mine is officially.
first light's about 10 to 5, but I mean,
Oh,
sunrise
okay.
is 5:18.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it starts poking through the blinds. Mm.
Pardon me.
I just think it's funny that it can be that far behind because this morning it was 7:34 a.m. and that's the latest we get to, and the earliest is 5:48.
Wow.
And their sunrises, sunsets 5:08, and then it gets to 8:45. Are the two extremes.
Yeah.
Here it's about 5 a.m.
Mm.
Yeah, sunset's 8:29, or call it 8:30 tonight. But it's also 7 o'clock for me. I'll be back. Dang it.
Sometimes, well, considering the fact I get up at 6 a.m. every morning, it's an hour and a half to the sunrise, and in summer, it rises 15 minutes before I get up. So that's really strange. But yeah, it's always good that half an hour before and half an hour after. If you get the right conditions, golden hour is just magic.
I've had opportunities to get out, but I just haven't gotten out.
Yeah. Well, you've got an excuse at least.
Excuse or an excuse? It's not a reason. It's an excuse. It's not a reason.
Yeah.
All right, so we're supposed to talk about drones. What drones do you own, Dom?
I've got a Mini 2 and a Mavic 3 Classic.
Okay, what about you, Jim?
I have the Air 2, the Mini 3 Pro, the Avata 1, and some older, cheaper, very cheaper starter GPS drones, which sit unused.
Mm.
Like
I
Holy
still have my
Stone.
I still have my Mavic 2 Pro, Air 2S,
Yes.
Mini 4 Pro,
Oh, great.
Flip, Neo, Avata 2. Oh, and Mavic 3 Classic, yeah.
Yes.
See, so you got all of the modern DJI 04 stuff,
Yeah.
where I'm stuck with all the 03 stuff. and
Yeah, but
whatnot.
they still
It's
work.
like I bought the Air 2, then the Air 2S came off, and it was like, oh, it's so much better. And then I bought the Mini 3 Pro, and then the Mini 4 came out, and then I got the Avata 1, and then the 2 came out, and nothing was ever compatible with anything moving forward.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the worst disappointment.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But
at least
I can't even use my goggles with the Mini 3 Pro. If I had a Mini 4 Pro, I could use the goggles, even though they're different systems. How the hell does that work? I don't get that one. But
they are getting better at making things more compatible with, like you say, the newer systems.
All newer, yeah.
Yeah, because some of
the
my
Air 3.
controllers I can use for 4 or 5 different drones that, I only own a couple of them, but still.
Yeah.
I found that one thing that I found funny was spending, 2.5 years flying the Mini, and then, I think, oh, yeah, I can do this, and that. And then when I go up to the Mavic 3 Classic and then fly that, and then when I came back to the just fly the Mini 2 for, just maintenance, basically, I'm thinking, God, I didn't realize it was that small. Well, it was all the perspective of it. I thought it was just funny.
Well,
Was it more jittery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mini 4 Pro does fantastic, but if the wind's over 15 mile an hour, forget it.
You're
Where
done.
the Classic can handle, 20, 25 mile an hour wind and stay right steady.
I've gone up
size
25. That'd be 40, 45. I think I've gone in 45 kilometre an hour winds.
Wow.
Is it 22 mile an hour?
Probably, yeah. I'd have to get the conversion out.
Half-ish.
Yeah. But
yeah, hey Dom, if you're going to be the host of the show, you got to learn to speak, whatever we use.
Yeah.
He's got stars and stripes. They're just not quite in the right order.
But yeah, the same colours, yeah.
But I like the star pattern.
It's the Southern Cross.
Yep.
Okay,
good song, Crosby, Stills and Nash. Southern Cross.
Yeah.
And Young or no?
45 is 28 miles an hour. But yeah. I've been a little bit more careful. Hello. I think it was Robert. Is it Robert or Richard? I think it was Robert.
So I have a question for Akarasho. He's talking about a cam boot. I've been wearing a boot for my ankle from surgery, but he's talking about a cam boot.
Leonard.
I don't know what he means. I don't know, cam, like ratchet. I don't know. It's got a pivot on it.
I'll just check that for you. Where are
Pin
we?
and plate a broken ankle. Yeah, I'll probably have mine replaced in about 5 years. That's what they tell me.
Let's just say hello to Start Living Now, and what was the other one?
Robert. It was Robert, yes. Thank you, Robert.
It's time to start giving away a lot of the stuff that I'm no longer going to be able to do because of my ankle. Like the wakeboard and surfboard and snowboard. Those all got to go.
Warren, to answer your question, it's 5.33 currently. It was up at 7 during the weekend. But at the same time, it was cloudy, so never got the chance. And because I pretty much live in the metropolitan area, we suffer from light pollution, light as in luminary.
Right.
And it's been one huge bugbear of mine because there's so many lights out there and there's so much illumination, especially with a project, especially with a project that's going on near me where they're doing they're building and extending a freeway, and they just have so many lights on that because they work 24 hours basically. and that becomes a real frustration because if you really want to see, dark sky photography and dark sky events, I've got to drive an hour and a half away,
Yeah.
which is really frustrating.
I got to drive like
I,
8 hours away if I want a dark sky.
I was going to say,
There's light pollution everywhere here.
I was going to say, Jim, you're very populated. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
drive 14 miles down to my farm and you don't see nothing.
The satellite can see New England.
I know. Well, a buddy of mine, he's a photographer guy. He flies drones, but he also a photographer. He goes down there all the time, and when we got like meteor showers coming, or possible northern lights, I mean, he gets some fantastic shots down there.
Mm.
There's always the opportunity.
I've actually met someone recently who is an astronomer, and they live in Coonabarabran, which is about 10 hours from me. And some of the shots she takes are just magic. You're actually in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
and that's usually the best place
yeah.
to see all of the great the great
But
things down under as well.
I was going to say, you get a whole different sky than what we get, obviously, because
Yeah,
you're down
yeah, we've
under
got
and
the
we're
Southern
up
Cross,
over. Yeah.
We were supposed to get a good sky tonight. I didn't even look.
and
I
that's
don't know.
the Southern
I want
Cross
to
there.
check.
Well, with all the smoke we got coming in from Canada, you can't see stars now. I mean, we got a clear sky, but it just looks gray. I mean, it's just all that smoke.
Mm.
And anybody with respiratory problems is like, I can't go outside. I got to stay inside.
So you got lake effect weather pulling that in?
Yeah.
No, well, just the
Mm.
wind, coming that direction from the north down.
Yeah.
Well, actually
Just
northwest, and then blowing across the lake. But yeah. But again, it makes for great sunrises. I mean, that sun
Mm.
is huge.
And the other thing I find fascinating is your north wind is cold, whereas
Yeah.
my north wind is hot.
Yeah.
So a cool change
Yeah.
comes from the south.
Yeah, our
Your
wind
cool
comes out of
changes
Canada.
come from the north. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. Fascinating.
that's interesting.
Well, I don't know if you can. It won't pick up. Nah, it's too much glare. Anyway, again, the sun is just glorious. I should
Mm.
put a video together. I mean, I don't take a drone with me when I'm mowing. But I should.
You
But I
should.
should put a video together of my sunrises that I get. I
I
love it.
I've noticed that March into April is when we had some spectacular ones. And today was not even. I didn't even bother
Huh.
because I've got several hundred photos of sunrises, and today I just didn't bother. It was just completely beige.
Yeah.
It was
We never know. Any day could be a good sunset or sunrise day. We never know. It's so hard to figure. We've got our winds always die down at the night, and they're
Yeah.
calm in the morning, but they pick up during the day because it's typical. But we never know.
Yeah.
I've actually got a
Shit changes
feeling
so
for
fast.
it now. I've got a feeling for it, and I know, and I can see it could happen. Because you just got to wait for a bit of high cloud, and then the sun in the right angle, a bit of low cloud, a bit of everything moving. And if it moves at the right angle, I'm thinking, yeah, here we go, and then it just nothing.
Yeah.
Happened the other night. It was Saturday night. I thought, here's a good chance. Get ready. Nothing.
Of course.
8 out of 10 times, right?
Yeah.
You got the batteries all charged up, everything ready to rock and roll, and Mother Nature goes, nah, not today.
I just think I had another funny one. And recently I didn't think it was going to be much. And I thought, okay. So I went off and did other things and yada yada yada. And it was one of the most gorgeous sunsets I'd ever seen. But I didn't get the chance because I thought, oh, it's just going to rain all night. There was just that
You didn't even
one.
get your phone out for it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I
That's
captured it
always
on my
last
phone.
resort.
So I've got
You
some
kick
sort of
yourself. You
record.
kick yourself in the ass for not having the drone. You're like, well, at least I got the phone.
Yeah. As I said, I got some sort of record of it.
Yeah.
So at least I remembered that. At least I'll remember
Gra-
that because, as I said, it
Granted,
rained and rained and rained all day.
and then
And then it
boom.
just kept raining. And then just at like about probably 10 minutes before sunset, there was just that little opening. And the opening was between the horizon and the cloud. And the sun just got on that right angle and everything just caught fire.
What's the guy? I think his name. I can't remember his last name. I think it starts with an L. But Ross lives down there in.
Oh, Ross Langdon.
Yeah. Oh man, does he take
So
some
as long
great?
as you're not talking about Ross Dunklin, that's a different Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ross Langdon. He lives in Queensland. That's about 1,500 miles from me.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he takes some.
Yeah, I know.
nuts.
But Queensland can be like that. They're pretty good for sunrises. Here's Wedge and Big.
There's Polly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Add yourself. Here he is.
Yay! Mr. Wedge and Big himself.
Good evening,
Thank
everybody.
you for joining us.
You can take over. Yeah,
Yeah. How's the show going?
yeah,
Good.
pretty good. We're
Slow and
talking.
steady wins the race, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking about weather. We're talking about sunrises, sunsets.
Oh, we got Art in the show.
Oh, hey, Art, how you doing? Yeah, you can turn it down one though. Yeah. No, the speed. Yeah.
Yes,
How's your Father's Day?
Hey, Art.
that is correct,
Good.
Warren.
I was out flying drones today, and it was nice because so many people stopped to talk drones. We didn't have any Karens, any of that.
Sweet.
Good.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Where
Yeah.
the heck was that tree stump you posted?
It's in Plymouth. So
Missouri?
I'll be right back.
no, Massachusetts. Yeah. No, not Missouri. Yeah, I
Hello,
guess.
Ashley.
Hello.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Dominic.
Hey, Warren, how you doing? How's everybody in the chat?
Yeah, they're lively tonight.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what did I miss? Anything?
No, not really. We just
Talking
just
about
shoot the
sunset
breeze.
sunrises. Dom's waiting for longer days, and I'm depressed about shorter days.
There goes
Yeah.
my green screen.
Oh no! And
Not again.
He lost the green screen.
Jim is having his usual technical difficulties.
Yes, we've been working on this for the
It
best
doesn't
part of
seem
an
to
hour.
matter.
So yeah, I was messing around with the action camera today. I wanted to try something. So I'm gonna share it. Just give me a minute here.
Well, I tried to shoot a golf video for you, but the damn drone was too close, so I got to try it with a
I
different one.
have a video that you sent me. I still have to finish editing it. I started it, but I haven't finished with it yet.
No
So
problem.
I was just messing around with the action camera. You know how you kind of just have ideas and you just try things?
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to point this up at the sky, right?
Yeah.
Now watch.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Now, I probably should have done it for longer, but I was
What?
just messing around with it. I got to color grade it. It hasn't been color graded, so, you know.
Mm.
Still a good shot.
Because I had it on the long, you know, the Osmo Action 5 Pro comes with that long
Right.
selfie stick. Yeah, I had that thing out, and I tilted the camera. I had it low, so I just kind of swooped it down. But the problem is I don't walk that well, so I can't really like try to back up at a steady pace, you know, with it. It gets all funky because of the way I
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
But the idea is, get it to go low and then just get as close to the ground as possible and just keep backing up with it. Be a really cool shot.
Huh, turned out good.
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
to what Brian said. He says the tree stump is more interesting than the rock.
That was an amazing stump, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what? I've been there many times and I don't actually recall seeing it there before. So
In our park that's local to us, they have a lot of trees that they cut down and they leave the stump and they cut a chair shape into the stump.
Cool.
There's like, I think 5 of them in our local park that have
Sweet.
just a stumpy chair sit in the
Yeah.
middle of the park. Pretty cool.
So here's Ben just chilling out on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool
Cool.
stump. That's weird.
Yeah. And
Shot.
no idea what kind of tree it is?
A dead one.
A dead one.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was watching Smart Ass Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of tree it is, but I've never noticed it before. And it's laid over, and the way the roots look, it's really cool. People had painted on some of them, and the kids were hopping around on it. Yeah. By the way, that photo I captured with my phone. Great
Okay.
photo.
Well, I got the iPhone 15. I'm amazed at the quality that it takes.
Hey, Jody, how you doing? So, who's been flying this week?
Believe it or not.
Yeah. Stephen King
I
would
didn't
write
post
a novel
anything
about that, so.
because I'm supposed to have a boot on the foot, so I don't want to post any of that. I don't want my coworkers seeing me walking around the field trying to retrieve my drone from a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
Well, you just got to fly smarter.
I just got to be safer, cautious, and never learn.
Dominic, what about you? Still shitty weather?
One sunset basically.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty windy here today.
Anyone have the Air 3S? I've been thinking about getting it. It's a big step up for the Mini 3 Pro. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Stability wise, yeah.
There's a lot of people have that drone, and I can tell you, even without having them here to give any input, the answer to that is absolutely. That's a great step up. You won't be disappointed. I know that.
2S or 3S.
Yeah. Well, and the 3S is nice because it's got the LiDAR for like nighttime landing and precision landing. It's like there's a lot of cool features to it. And one of the other
LiDAR only works forward, not down, though. No, so it's got the enhanced landing, but
Yeah.
the Mini 4 does that too, doesn't it? Where it shows a little symbol where it's going to be landing.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Gray, how you doing?
Put a video in there for you.
Oh, sweet. I should probably open up the chat on YouTube, huh? Like I normally have it up. I just got home and just threw on the stream shirt and started streaming, so
Yeah.
Hey, Dre.
Started streaming, so That's funny. All right, here we go. On the chat. Dre, I'm getting your video pulled up soon.
Hello, Dre.
There we go. So that was an interesting thing too, mentioning the Air 3S. So when I was watching the videos for that when it was coming out, the way that it returns to home is really interesting.
Yeah. Fascinating.
So, am I correct to say it remembers the route that it took there? So
Seems that way.
Yes, exactly.
Mr.
Exactly.
Kitty, hello, cool cat.
Hey, Michael, how you doing? Yeah,
As long as you leave in a nice, good, planned route, it will come back the exact one. So obstacles are really no issue. If you got out, you can get back, is the idea.
And don't do it when you're on a moving vehicle or a boat because,
Yeah.
Yeah. I can only imagine how many people are out on their boat. Even if the boat's not moving, it's going wherever the water's going if it's not anchored
It
down.
certainly is.
And, return to home is going to be a completely different location. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I had an eye appointment a couple days ago, and the doctor was, we got into drones, and I said I recommended the Mini 4 Pro, and he goes, "What if I take off from a boat?" And I said, "Dude, that's a whole nother
Yeah, buy
story."
a cheap one.
Yeah,
If you're gonna take off from a boat, buy a cheap one that you're willing to lose
yeah.
with a bad video feed.
But I'm supposed to meet up with him because he's like, "Well, how hard are they to fly?" I said, "They're not hard. It's very easy. Now, learning all
With
the features,
practice.
yeah, but to fly, no problem."
Yeah. I hope that all the dads out there got to spend some time with the kids today or did something special, connected with them somehow. Today's the day for that. Hope everybody had a great Father's Day.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
got to
I had
fly.
mine yesterday.
That's all I got to say. I had candy and I got to fly. So,
Nice.
Hey, you know what's funny? I had a thought today. So, when that bridge that I was standing on with the action camera, there was a couple that were there, and they wanted someone to take a photo. So I helped them take a photo with their phone. But I'm like doing stuff with the action camera, and I'm that person that kind of goes over to the complete stranger and says, "Hey, check this out." Like filming with cameras out in public. I don't know if anyone else gets like that. It's like I think of a little kid in a candy store who's excited
Yeah.
to show what he got. I'm like, "Hey, check this out." Anyone else do that?
Well, not with a camera, but when I'm flying the drone, and I land, I'm like, "You want to see what I just filmed?" And I'm like, "Oh, you can do that?" And
If
I'm like,
there's
"Yeah,
someone
here,
who's
watch."
interested, yeah.
Yeah,
If
it
there's
was
somebody
like
who's interested, yeah, certainly.
yeah, just like Bud walking down the street with his flip, or was it whichever one he was flying? No, and you were telling people, "Hey, I'm
Oh,
The
flying."
Neo following them,
the Neo, yeah.
Yeah, the Neo.
just following them to the bar.
Yeah, because the guy delivering I walking by a pet store, and the guy that was delivering food for the store, he walked out and I'm like, "Dude, man, there's a drone following me." He looks at me like, "What?" And then he heard it and saw it. I wish I could have got his face because the reaction was hilarious.
Yeah, Robert said he's seen a lot of boat fails flying a drone from a boat. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you though,
no, there's no
sometimes
shortage of
that's the
those.
most fun. Chasing boats over the water, provided they're not the police at Lake George. Other than that, flying around the boats in the water is really fun. I have a blast. Wait until you see the boat I captured today. I haven't pulled the photos yet, but again, I was working completely manual again today. So I took some photos, but they had this really massive ship that was there. Well, it was I don't know if it was. It's not really like I don't know how to explain it. It's like big like a cruise ship, but I don't think it's an actual cruise ship. It is a really fancy sort of ferry. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's really cool. So, and this is Dre's video, Backyard Home Theater. And Dre, just curious, what are you filming this with?
Summer is here. Time to get that backyard home
That looks
theatre
super
ready.
stable.
I'm gonna guess it was an Osmo or a GoPro on a tripod.
Not until this shot.
Yeah. Tell Warren, yes, I am under house arrest. Oh, X4, okay.
Wow, that's really cool.
And this is his backyard.
I don't know if it's backyard. It's someone's backyard.
Yeah.
I'll rent the corner from someone.
You pro, I love it. It's a great drone still. Oh, there
My
it is.
house lights up. My house lights up like crazy from a quarter mile away on a good night.
He says the drone shots on his Mavic 2 Pro.
He's supposed to be watching the movie, not flying his drone.
That was nice, Dre. Pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Tell you what, that Mavic 2 Pro is still a great drone.
Mm.
I fly that a lot too.
Yeah, they put
Yeah,
the name
that's-
Pro on it. It's not going to be a slouch.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's got that was the first one I think that came out with the 1-inch sensor, and I mean, the quality of the photos and video is excellent. I'm going to check out, man. I had a long day, so.
All right, bud. You want to see one more? I got another picture of that tree to show you, so you can see the
Stick around, bud.
Wait. Did you say picture or picture?
picture.
Holy
Picture.
cow! Look at that.
Pretty cool, right?
That thing's massive, man.
Yeah.
Massively mangled.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like it doesn't know what it wanted to do.
All right, bud. Thank you
Thanks
so
a lot,
much.
bud.
All right. See you guys. Thanks.
Have a
great
good one,
week.
bud.
Thank you.
Bye, Steve.
Have a good one.
Oh wait, I might have a video to show you of the ship that I was talking about. Oh yeah, if anybody wants to join the panel, there's the link. Oh yeah.
Oh, that is a cruise ship, probably.
Oh, it is a cruise ship.
They go overnight.
Again, I didn't color grade. I shot in D-Log, so. But that's a ship.
Mm.
So you shot in D-Log planning on color grading, just didn't get around to it, or?
I just got home. Look at that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how this looks when it's color graded.
I'm sure it'll look great.
Yeah.
I don't
That
color grade.
Osmo
I don't
Action
do any of
5
that
is
shit.
really good. And again, I did some adjusting of the settings in there, the manual settings on that. So I'm really trying to wrap my head around manual settings. Which is something I wanted to mention. I posted a video on my Facebook yesterday, and it was a shot of a bridge. The shot came out really nice. I feel like it was exposed properly. You could see the detail everywhere. Nothing, that all came out looking good. But there was some sort of issue with the vehicles. They kind of looked like choppy, like a frame rate issue almost, right? And I believe that when I looked at the actual settings, it was at 1/120, and it was shooting in 60 FPS. I had an ND32, and I'm curious, would the ND32 and the
Too much?
shutter speed cause an issue like that? I don't really understand why.
Well, it was kind of a night shot, right? A little bit.
No, let me hold on. I'll pull up the shot so you can see it, so you know what I'm talking about. Because this
I mean, lately I've had an ND 8 or 16 on my Avata nonstop, and I mean, I don't see a problem with it. It makes the grass flying by look good, but I don't know.
So I feel like the exposure is good here. You can see the blue in the sky and the clouds. Nothing's overexposed.
Yeah.
But and everything else exposed. But if you look at the cars, it almost like there's like, I don't know how to explain it, but they're not.
Yeah, they stutter.
Yeah, they
They
stutter.
stutter. Yeah.
Right? You can see it in the van when it was going by right there.
Well, that would be a frame rate issue.
Which is weird because I was shooting at 60 frames per second, 4K 60, and the shutter speed was 1/120.
Yeah, I don't know.
I dialed down the EV to negative 0.03, and I adjusted the white balance, and I think I had the white balance set to like 4700 or something like that. Yeah.
I definitely see what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know how to get around that.
Yeah. So, any thoughts in the chat? Let me know.
Could it have been because of the ND? Would you have it 16 or 32?
32.
A 32 on there. Well, I don't know. 32 would change the shutter speed, but it would open it up, not slow it down.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. other than that, everything came out looking real nice. I could see everything. I was happy the way it was exposed.
Yeah, the
But
water looked great.
yeah, I want to figure out the issue because I wanted that to look smooth, you know? Yeah. So where'd you go flying? You said you were flying this past week.
I went to a one town over, South Attleboro. They have a pond and a pavilion and all sorts of stuff, and it's a good spot. And I did it early enough that no one was there. Very few people were there. Yeah, it was a good day. 3 out of 4 batteries. I didn't push the 4th one.
Yeah.
I kept that one in reserve. That's my safety. Never push the last battery.
Yeah. Maria Davis is going to be up here soon.
Yes, next week.
Next week. See if everybody goes. It'd be nice to see. If you guys have a video you want to show, drop the link in the chat. No, share it.
I should have, but I don't. Maybe I can find something really quick. I don't know.
It's funny though. You'll go out and capture the footage,
That's not
but
in there.
after he's like, I don't want to edit it. Whoa, what was that?
I don't know. Let me find this really quick.
Is that you or was that my computer?
Robert's got one in there.
I got it.
Robert's got one in there.
I'm getting feedback.
We had this
might be
earlier.
me. I'm trying to do
Yeah,
something here.
I think something disconnected when you were moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, Robert, I got yours.
Ashley's got one up.
Yeah, there we go. We'll show Robert's video.
How do I share it? Let's see. How do I share a file with you?
Share media button.
Oh, I don't have it in my earbuds anymore. Something happened. So how do I share this file with you?
Now share screen. You've got the little dashboard with the microphone, camera, settings, all from the left.
Oh, here we go. There we go.
Nice shot.
There's no sound to this one, but I'll share it. It's pretty rare.
Cool. Hey, Jeff Norman has joined us.
Hey.
Hey, Jeff Norman.
Ah,
I was talking about you today. They were asking about where's the best place to launch for Patriot Stadium. Okay.
Looks like my kind of place to fly. Oh, that's cool right there.
That looks like a fish trap.
All right, I'm gonna finish that video later because it's almost 10 minutes long. I'm getting a loop back. I think it's you, Jim.
No, because I'm not in on YouTube.
I said Jim.
Oh, Jim, yeah.
I've got YouTube muted. I don't know why it should be looping back.
Well, now
When you
it's
move, we're moving around earlier. You disconnected something from your computer.
Yeah, I hear it
I don't
echoing too. Let's see. And
Yeah,
I'm on my earphones.
yeah. When it's now that his mic is muted, I'm not hearing it anymore.
Right.
So when he was moving around earlier, I heard a noise like something disconnecting from a computer.
My earbuds stopped working, so I'm going to work on that.
You know,
Yeah.
oh, that's why the earbuds
Yeah.
disconnected. Got it.
Right. And then you're on speaker, and the speaker is coming through, and that's why there's a loop back.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you for sharing that, Robert. By the way, I'm going to watch the rest of that later.
Awesome.
What is that NB778 that I saw show up a bunch of times on the screen? It sounds like the name of a submarine or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jim, you shared something with us. What is this?
Yeah, this is one of my local spots. Oh, that frame rate looks like shit, doesn't it?
Here, we'll put it down over here so it's not so bad.
Yeah, this is just this is South Attleboro, a place. It's like right next door to me. They get a lot of. I don't know. It's just a place I like to fly. There's a pond that I'll be getting to. I didn't think the frame rate would be so bad in this. That really looks like shit.
That's funny. Sounded
Yeah,
like
there's really no one there, so
part.
it's always a good day.
Hey,
when there's
Brendan,
no
how
one
you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good to
Warren
hear.
shared the video too. I'm gonna get that ready to share.
Yeah. It was better in person than it is being displayed.
Let's see.
Yeah, round number. Okay.
Hey, Dominic, do you know who Casey Chambers is?
And what was that?
Do you know who the singer Casey Chambers is?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
she
hey,
is
Jim,
world
can we mute your microphone for right now?
and I will be seeing her on, I think, I don't know, sometime July 1st or so. She's coming to
Jim?
America.
Yeah,
Can we mute your microphone for right now?
Done
Me or
I
Jim?
was muted the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Weird. There we go. All right, so that's still there. All right. Yeah, I know the echo's gone now. No, it's because Jim's sharing his screen. He's got to stop sharing his screen.
Oh, that's why.
Good. I'm glad it's not me.
It's weird. You got to share in tabs. Yeah, it should be better now, right? No, because
Yeah, I
Jim's
exited
mic
that.
is on. It's Jim's mic.
It's still bad?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mute your mic, Jim.
Yeah. See, now it's gone,
Test
right?
it.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Do this. If you're muted, do this.
Yeah, no, the echo's
Okay.
gone. When
Yep, that's him. It's his mic.
Yeah. Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who, me or him?
Well,
Yeah,
you,
Brendan.
Brendan. It's been a while.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've been busy. I'm
So you ever been
flying. I
flying?
flew a little bit a couple times, and I'm just posting a lot of stuff from all over the place.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is when you're flying and you capture like some wildlife. Well, Well, I was out flying and I captured something. I don't quite know what it was, but I want to.
Herpes. Maybe it was herpes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that thing was kind of big, and then it comes up here, takes off.
Mm.
So what do you think that was?
I know.
Any ideas?
The Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. I was flying around with the Avata too, and just just playing around, not really looking for anything specific, and just saw that. I was wondering what it was. Yeah, it kind of did look like but that thing was massive.
Damn. Where is?
All right, Warren shared a video. You know what? I think Warren's right. It was a Sasquatch.
Yeah, Sasquatch. Oh. Nice.
Sounds like someone's murdering their rubber chicken right now.
And that would be my dog chewing on one of his chew toys. Mr. Scoops. What do I got to share with you? Share.
Yeah, I forgot.
Thanks for sharing that, Warren.
I got one to share if you'd like.
Okay.
I gotta press play though. Let me get there. Boom.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I was going to say, how'd you get clearance for more than 400 feet? Jupiter's far. So tell us something about this video. What was going on?
Awesome.
Jeff, you going to tell us something about this video?
Almost done. What was your question? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, you got to stop sharing your screen now so that way you can get rid of the echo.
Okay.
What a pain in the rear.
Stupid Ev Mux. There we go. Stop screen sharing. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, that's Jupiter Lighthouse is one of my prettiest lighthouses I've been to, and I've been to a lot of lighthouses, and I think it's just beautiful around there. The area, the background, no matter what direction. It's not on the ocean side. It's kind of in about a quarter mile, but it's still beautiful. And chase the boats afterwards. It's a great place.
And I like the shots over the water too. Anytime you get the boats moving is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta be lucky, but you can go along with them.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, I was actually able to go to a horse ranch and capture some photos and video there, which is really cool. I got to put together a little video for it. It's not my video, so I can't share it, but it came out really good. Yeah.
Hey, did you go to the place you asked me about today or no?
No, I didn't end up going there. I went to Plymouth instead.
Mm-hmm. Did you see any of the pilgrims there?
I don't know. I was too busy playing with my drones.
Sorry, Dominic. It's an American joke.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you, it was fantastic today how many people stopped. there were kids, there were old people who were like, I was looking at a lighthouse, and this old woman was there with her family, and so sometimes you get the occasional person who will come up and they're interested in the drones and want to talk to you about them. But today there were like 7 or 8 people within the span of an hour who stopped to say something, to talk about drones. So that was really fun. Yeah,
It's
and
a
in a
day to be
positive
a
light. I didn't get
liaison.
any negative feedback from anybody. Nobody was upset that the drones were in the air, and people were genuinely interested. So that was really cool.
That's a good
That's
day.
good. Good to have positive interactions than Karen's trying to
Yeah, I
yell
had
at
the
you.
same thing. I was in my local park and I heard someone coming near me, and I had the drone. I saw him, and he had a dog. There were many people in the park with a dog, so I always stayed clear. But I brought it in. Battery was low, and I just gave it plenty of time. And eventually, the guy came around, and he's like, "Oh, I saw what you're doing. That's cool. My friends got one, so I know the sound, and it's all great." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I didn't want to spook your dog." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." I've never had a Karen episode.
Wait around long enough,
Well,
you will.
actually,
It's
I
not
was with
you, it's
Paul.
them.
I was with Paul once. I created a Karen episode,
Was
and
that
Paul and
was that at Sabin Point the day we had that drunk guy come up to us? Yeah,
it was saving point. It was
yeah.
because of me, because you guys are all doing the sunsets with the GPS camera drones, and I was doing the Avada, flipping
You
all
were flying the
around.
Avata, and then the guy came over. He was intoxicated, and I think
Yeah,
that in general we did a good job diffusing the situation with him. He was a little annoying at points because he kept pushing it, even though we had kind of went out of our way to say, "Listen, we're here. We're in the United States Drone Society group. We're here enthusiast caption. We were showing him what we had for photos. Like, look, this is sunsets. The lighthouse is not women and
nine
kids and all that over here."
9 out of 10 of us, and I'm the 10th one. 9 out of 10 of
Yeah,
us did a great job at that one.
yeah,
But he didn't like. I mean, I was just buzzing around the outside of the rocks, and they just didn't like it. I
yeah.
mean,
It,
It's
it got
talk
annoying. The
about we're
sound is
spying
definitely
on him and
louder.
shit. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it gets to
But
a point where you kind of want to tell them kick rocks, but you know that it's only gonna make things worse. And
yeah,
really, I'm trying to help him to understand that just because we have drones doesn't mean we're spying on anyone, or
Mm.
and that we're just enthusiasts. Like I encourage them to hey, check this out. This is really cool. I get the excitement when I show someone, like showing the old woman today the lighthouse because she was looking
yeah,
out at it. She couldn't see it so well, but I had a great shot of it with the drone. I was there at the moment, so she's like, "You want to see it?" And she was blown away by it. She was
oh
amazed.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. They
those kind
usually
of
are. Yeah,
reactions, I think I get even more enjoyment out of. Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So it's
Good.
good.
I'll say it's yeah. Most people do say it's cool, unless they are just nasty, grumpy people. They're looking for a reason to to complain. It's the FPVs are louder. They're not nearly as loud as motorcycles, but people know they can't catch someone on a motorcycle. But if you're standing in one place with your FPV drone, then you're an easy target.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yep.
Wow, well, we're pretty much out of time for the night. I wanted to give a great big shout out to Dominic for covering, starting the show tonight. I
All
was
right.
on my way home. I'm going to be a little late. Having fun on Father's Day. I didn't know I was going to be able to be here on the show at all, so I was glad to make it, even if it was late. So appreciate you, Dominic. Thank you. So does anyone have anything they want to promote before we end the show tonight? Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah. So a few things. Over here in New England, we have an issue with some of our hospitals and unions and strikes and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm in support of the union. My wife works for the union, 11.99, and uh, I'm going to try and get some footage off the side of them so no one can complain that I'm over above anybody. But support your local health care workers. Ours that is in question. It is a basically a psychiatric hospital, and they get treated like crap. I mean, they get assaulted, they get bit, they get stabbed. It's crazy. And support your local unions. And I don't normally say that, but I'm saying it now. So support your local unions. Go $11.99, and we're gonna get some footage and fly as much as you can. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Jim. Jeff, what you doing this week?
What am I doing this week? Traveling around a little bit. Going to get some ground-based video of some baseball players. Going to do some drone video of some beaches and hopefully catching some fireworks. And just trying to put all that stuff in with the responsibilities. Now that Father's Day is over, your responsibilities all go back to normal.
Well,
So,
it's not over yet. We still have 3 hours, so stop being a Debbie Downer. Get out of here with
okay,
that
let
bullshit.
me go get some alcohol right away.
Actually, I do. I have some apple whiskey I'm going to enjoy with some zero sugar Coke. Nice way to
love it.
start the night.
I'm making pistachio martinis now.
Yeah. Well, on the note of Father's Day, I want to remind people, you never know. This could be your last Father's Day, so get out there and do something fun. Even if it's late at night, go out and do something on Father's Day. Make sure you have a little bit of fun. And if you're struggling with mental health issues, reach out and get help. You can reach out to your friends and family. If you can't find any help there, reach out further. You have plenty of people in your communities who are willing to help. Sometimes you just got to find them. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight, and I hope you guys can get out and fly more. We got some heat coming this week, but when they say heat, I say sun.
Next weekend.
Yeah.
Meet up next weekend with Maria Davis.
Yep, meet up next weekend with Maria Davis. So if you're interested and you're going to be in the area, let me know. I can let you know where we're meeting up. Just get out there and have some fun flying, everybody. Thanks for being here.